Hey guys, Jason28W here. Wanted to make you guys a video on my T-Max, and since you guys really liked that last video of the converted T-Max, I figured I would make a video of my T-Max 3.3, and I wanted to talk to you guys about maybe seeing if you could help me figure out what's going on with it. Now, I've talked to the Bug 404, and he's been helping me out a lot with it. So I'm sure he'll chime in and put his thoughts and whatnot in the comments, and that'll be cool if he does that, because then that will help anybody else that may or may not be having this issue. So what's going on is when I go to start it, I start it up, let it idle, everything's fine, runs great. Then it starts getting warmed up, and then I notice that the idle starts picking up, which, they kind of do that. So you're supposed to let them warm up, clear them out, then you start adjusting them. Okay, well, I don't even get the opportunity to do that. Once it gets past that initial little warm up, it'll just start running like absolute crap. It doesn't want to hold the idle. You blip the throttle and the idle won't come down at all. And you have to, take and shut it down, because it'll keep rising and rising and rising. And it doesn't matter how much you adjust the idle, it won't come down. So I've gone through this whole thing. Luke has been helping me with it, the Bug 404, and I've redone this here. I've put new lines on. I've put a new glow plug in. I've checked the shims in the head. I've gone through the whole carburetor, replaced every O-ring in there. I've checked the clutch. I've checked the O-ring seals down in the carburetor bore. I've checked the tank to make sure that that's not leaking. Like I said, I've replaced all the fuel line. I've checked the back plate. I've checked everything that I can possibly think of to check. I've even tried changing out the air filter, and it still does it. So, I went and got, you can see there's the old clutch shoes and spring. So it's got a brand new clutch in there, spring in there. Everything's been tightened down, gone through. I don't get it. I've never had a 3.3 run like this before, and it's just throwing me all off. I have another 3.3 right here. Yeah, can you tell that one was just so taken care of, This engine was given to me. So this engine's going to be completely gone through. I don't know anything about it. It might still be good. It just could be dirtier than hell. But it's got that expensive flywheel upgrade on it. But, yeah. So, like I said, I have no idea what this thing is doing. I thought that, and Luke was, like I said, Luke's been trying to help me, I probably have $70 into this motor trying to get it figured out. And buying O-rings and glow plugs and this little doodad right here, and new zip ties, and a lot of people give me crap for using the Traxxas glow wire, and that using a hold on here. This is a crappy one, but just an example. Everybody likes using these better. But you know what? Honestly, I haven't had a single issue using that. The biggest problem that I think that people have is they don't have a good nickel metal hydride battery in the controller. Or this thing. The controller, the wand, whatever you want to call it. You have to make sure that you have a really good battery in these things. Because yes, you put it in there, you put it in there, yeah, it turns over the motor, but you gotta remember that it's turning over the motor and heating up the glow plug at the same time. And if you have a crappy battery in here, it is not gonna work for shit. And you can use that rink-a-dink 1200 milliamp or whatever milliamp battery that comes in those kits. You can use those. You just have to make sure that, say you charge it up the night before, you have to make sure that you put it back on the charger and let that battery charge back up until it gets warm. Then go out and run. Because if you charge it up the night before and you let it sit and you let it rest, then that's when it has a hard time keeping up. Unless you get a way better quality battery pack. See, I have 3 of these, and I mark them. See, this one is the 1800, and then I have 1500 mAh. That's the one that comes with them, the 1500. Then I have the good one. I have a 3300 mAh pack in here, and this thing is awesome compared to the other batteries. Yeah, you hear the difference? Now I'll go to the 1500. Hear how much slower it is? Now I'll go to the 1800. See what I mean? So, it all depends on what battery that you have in there. So, anyway, I just wanted to make that quick little video explaining to you guys what this thing is doing, and hopefully you guys can help me figure it out, because I would like to take this out and run this with that converted T-Maxx. And yes, I know, I've said it before, I know that you can't run these smaller tires on the T-Maxx without re-gearing it and stuff and whatever, because the RPMs will be too high and da-da-da-da-da. I know. I just threw them on there so that it had something on it, and besides it looks, even though you can't run it that way, it looks cool. It looks like a pull truck. But yeah, other than that, like I said, I know there's nothing wrong with the transmission because it used to shift just fine. It only started doing this because when I got it, it had another 3.3 on it, and that engine had a lot of fuel through it. It was running out of pinch, and I did the Traxxas trade-in thing or whatever at your local hobby store and paid the little extra fee to exchange it, thinking, all right, yeah, I'll have a brand new engine, yeah. Everything was fine until after break-in. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, if Luke, the nitro engine guru, can't help me figure it out, then I think I'm just going to ship it off to Traxxas and just get another whole engine. And then when that engine comes in, I will get one of the nice carburetors, put the nice carburetor on it right off the bat, and break it in off of the new carburetor. But for now, I'm balling on a budget here. So, I'm trying to do this as budget as I can. But, you also got to look at it as, well, how much more money do you want to spend trying to budget and going the cheaper way, or just dropping down the money and getting the good stuff and getting it done and over with? Well, right now, it's still cheaper trying what I'm doing right now versus going and buying one good carburetor at almost $100 around my area. So, yeah, I'm going to still keep trying the cheaper way first. But anyways, I just wanted to make this video for you guys. And I see that you guys really, really liked my last video that I just posted on that converted T-Maxx. So I thought that I would take out the Nitro T-Max and make an update video on it, because I know there's a lot of people out there that love T-Maxes. So, hey Luke, the Bug 404, what's wrong with this thing? See you guys in another one.